What if the life you were living was just a dream, a carefully constructed fantasy to shield you from a devastating reality? In David Lynch's mesmerizing and bewildering masterpiece, Mulholland Drive, the line between dreams and nightmares, love and obsession is not just blurred, it's completely erased.
He's the one who's doing it.
Released in 2001, Mulholland Drive is a neo-noir psychological thriller that has captivated and confounded audiences for over 2 decades. It's a tale of a bright-eyed, aspiring actress who arrives in Hollywood only to be pulled into a dark and dangerous mystery. But as with any David Lynch film, what you see is never the whole story. So, grab your blue key and let's take a drive down the twisted roads of Hollywood's dark side. We first meet Betty Elms, played by a radiant Naomi Watts. She's the quintessential girl next door, fresh off the bus from small-town Canada, with a heart full of hope and a head full of dreams of becoming a movie star. Then there's the mysterious, raven-haired woman who calls herself Rita, portrayed by Laura Harring. After a brutal car crash on Mulholland Drive leaves her with amnesia, she stumbles into the apartment of Betty's aunt. Rita is a blank slate, a damsel in distress, and Betty, with her can-do attitude, is determined to help her uncover her true identity. Together they form an unlikely and increasingly intimate bond. The film opens on the iconic winding road of Mulholland Drive. A beautiful woman who we'll come to know as Rita is held at gunpoint in the back of a limousine. Before her fate is sealed, a horrific head-on collision violently interrupts the would-be execution. Dazed and injured, she is the sole survivor. She stumbles away from the wreckage and down into the sprawling city of Los Angeles, a ghost in the city of angels. This opening sequence sets a tone of imminent danger and mystery that permeates the entire film. In stark contrast, we're introduced to Betty. Her arrival is bathed in the golden light of Hollywood optimism. She's bubbly, talented, and everything seems to be going her way. She's staying in her Aunt Ruth's beautiful apartment while she's away filming. It's the perfect start to her new life. But when she discovers a mysterious, frightened woman in the shower, her Hollywood adventure takes an unexpected turn. The woman in the shower can't remember her name, so she takes inspiration from a poster of Rita Hayworth in the movie Gilda and calls herself Rita. In her purse, they find a large sum of money and a strange blue key. This key becomes a central symbol in their search for answers. Who is Rita and who is she hiding from? As Betty and Rita's story unfolds, we are introduced to a parallel plot involving a film director named Adam Kesher, played by Justin Theroux. Adam's life is unraveling. He's being strong-armed by shadowy figures to cast a specific actress, Camilla Rhodes, in his new film. When he resists, he finds his wife cheating on him, his bank account frozen, and is ultimately summoned to a bizarre meeting with a mysterious figure known only as the Cowboy. The Cowboy's cryptic pronouncements about attitude and consequences hint at a sinister, controlling force manipulating the fates of those in Hollywood. In one of the film's most memorable scenes, Betty goes on an audition. The scene is initially set up as a cheesy, cliched Hollywood script, but when Betty performs, she transforms. She delivers a raw, powerful, and sexually charged performance that leaves everyone in the room stunned, including the director, Bob Brooker. This scene proves that Betty isn't just a naive dreamer, she's a genuinely talented actress. This is important. It's a glimpse of the success she desperately craves. Following a clue from a dream, Betty and Rita find themselves at a strange late-night theater called Club Silencio. The master of ceremonies repeatedly tells the audience, "No high banda, there is no band." A woman takes the stage and sings a heartbreaking Spanish rendition of Roy Orbison's Crying. Her performance is overwhelmingly emotional, moving both Betty and Rita to tears. Then the singer collapses, but her voice continues to echo through the theater, revealing that it was all a recording, an illusion. This is a pivotal moment, a direct message from Lynch to the audience that everything we have seen so far might not be what it seems. After the unsettling experience at Club Silencio, Betty finds a blue box in her purse that matches Rita's mysterious blue key. They return to the apartment, and with trembling hands, Rita inserts the key into the box. As it opens, the screen goes black. And then everything changes. The narrative we've been following shatters. We are no longer with Betty and Rita. We are introduced to a new reality, or perhaps the real reality. Naomi Watts is now Diane Selwyn, a failed, depressed actress living in a run-down apartment. Laura Harring is now Camilla Rhodes, a successful movie star who is in a relationship with the director, Adam Kesher. It's heavily implied that the first two-thirds of the film were Diane's elaborate dream. Betty was the idealized version of herself, talented, loved, and on the brink of stardom. Rita was her idealized version of Camilla, helpless, dependent, and in love with her. The dream was a defense mechanism, a Hollywood fantasy Diane constructed to escape the painful truth of her own life, her unrequited love for Camilla, her professional failures, and her all-consuming jealousy. The final act of the film is a series of fragmented, nightmarish scenes that reveal the grim reality. We see the real relationship between Diane and Camilla, one of manipulation and heartbreak. We learn that Diane, consumed by bitterness and rage after Camilla ends their affair and announces her engagement to Adam, hired a hitman to kill her. The blue key, which in the dream was a clue to a mystery, is in reality the signal from the hitman that the job is done. Haunted by guilt and terrifying hallucinations, Diane is tormented by the smiling elderly couple from the beginning of the film, now appearing as demonic figures. The psychological torment becomes unbearable, and in the film's tragic and shocking conclusion, Diane takes her own life. Mulholland Drive is a cinematic puzzle box, a haunting exploration of the destructive nature of Hollywood and the human psyche. It's a film about dreams, not just the ones we have when we sleep, but the ones we chase in our waking lives. It's a cautionary tale about the dangers of obsession and the devastating consequences of a dream turning into a nightmare. David Lynch doesn't give us easy answers, but instead leaves us with a lingering sense of mystery and a profound understanding of the darkness that can lurk beneath a gilded surface. What do you think is the true meaning of Mulholland Drive? Is it all a dream, or are there other interpretations? Let us know your theories in the comments below. And for more deep dives into cinematic masterpieces, don't forget to like and subscribe.